It's firmly locked. No, it's totally blunt. Pretty much useless. I need something better. It's not intended to fit, but it works. It's hanging too high. A strange construction, but perhaps I can use it to reach places that were inaccessible before. It's heavier than it looks. The gap is too wide to jump, and the wall is too high to climb. The glass is too thick. I can't swing the halberd well enough. I'll take the thing apart first. It's behind thick glass. I could push it. But where? It's firmly locked. I could push it, but where? Why would I push the rack over there? The weight of the rack might be able to yank open the cabinet, but I only have one chance. I have to make sure the rack is as heavy as I can make it. I'll tie one end to the door. And the other end goes on the weapons rack. I could push it, but where?
Shahrazad, at last, where have you been?
There's no time to explain. We're in the middle of the war and Qasim is about to take over the fortress. The clerics are trying to keep him out of the flotation chamber. But who knows how long they'll be able to.
A flotation chamber, Princess?
It's the heart of the flying fortress. It keeps us all in the air. Qasim believes that if he alters one of the floating crystals the way the researcher changed my ruby, he can read all of the memories from the mask, and thus all the spells of the Djinn of Time.
A complicated plan for a simple-minded soul. But you'll stop him, won't you?
You can count on it. Awaken the floating crystal! Thanks.
You're welcome, Princess. Looks like we've come too late.
Kasim did this. That swine.
Princess,
Ariakos, are you all right?
you've come too late. He has almost succeeded.
Do you still have my dagger?
It's hanging on my belt. We tried to bless it, but it was as if the gods refused to do it. As if they had turned their backs on you.
So it's come to this. Now even the gods punish me with their contempt. Then all that's left to me is my magic.
Princess,
What?
I'm afraid that the combined presence of the prince and the crystals makes it difficult for me to perform any sort of magic. You'll have to touch him if you want to enchant him.
First the gods and now this? Then that's how it'll have to be.
You can't, in all seriousness, intend to go into battle armed only with a dagger?
As if it had ever been any other way.
Ow! Who dares disturb me?
Who do you think?
Satya! You're alive!
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh, girl, leave me in peace. Ow! Who do you think you are? This ends now. Watch, Satya, as I subjugate this chamber to my will forever.
Princess, I have something else for you. You can't overcome him as long as he has that magic shield around him. Its power is fed by the main crystal and the 5 small floating crystals in the towers.
What if I switched off the crystals?
Then he'll become weaker, and his shield smaller. Take this key for the left floating tower. But hurry! He's becoming more powerful by the minute.
Thank you. He's still carrying his scepter. He's got nothing left except his belt. He's got a quill. Not a great substitute for a sword, but what choice do I have? I'll show you all. I will heal the land that you have forsaken. We're in the lower chamber of the left tower. It's not a real suit of armor, just a replica. What happened?
I drained the stone's power. The tower must have sunk a bit in the process. Go outside and have a look. You shouldn't get too close to them. The tower is up again.
If that's what it takes.
The tower is down again.
Let's see what happens if I tie the crystal on here. The belt yanked the crystal off the pedestal. It'll stay down here now. Catch! That was that.
Princess, what's wrong?
He's in my head.
Has your past caught up to you?
Don't let him confuse you. It's only a game. A dark illusion to break you. None of it is real. Try to think about what you really see and the deceit will vanish. It's only an illusion. Tell me what's really here.
Here is a torch bracket. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a statue. Here is a shield. In this place is nothing. That puts an end to your little spectacle.
Ow! I suppose after all these years you've finally done it. You have defeated me.
Do you really think I spent the last 15 years thinking about nothing other than how to defeat you? You're even more vain than I thought.
I thought you wanted to outdo me.
I'm not here because of you. I'm here so my great deeds can go down in history.
What great deeds?
Don't even start.
As you wish. If words cannot injure you, take this. I thought I would let you win. But if that doesn't matter to you, then I might as well just destroy you. You have won. You have defeated me. You've destroyed the greatest temple the world has ever seen. Death will now rain down on the troops. No one will survive to tell of your terrible deed. Soon, none of what you've done will count for anything. You must be proud of yourself, for you have won. You've defeated me. Only no one will remember.
He's here.
Help! I'm wounded. Please, help me.
The bottle is empty. The bandage is all that I have.
And then, suddenly, everything was quiet. It was as though Satinav had played a prank and stopped time. An almost endless moment in which Sadja and the Adept just stared at each other. He didn't understand that his rescuing hand was more terrible to her than 1,000 demon tentacles could have ever been. the final admission of her ghastly failure. Suddenly, Satinav snapped his fingers again, and life continued. As he pulled her away, I heard her scream, "Leave me," she called. "Leave me. Take me back." And again, I can't leave him behind. Over and over, quieter and quieter, and ever farther away. It didn't take long, and they had disappeared. And that was that. I was right back where I started. Only one thing was different this time. This time, I was able to remember. Remember a princess who persevered in the face of the most impossible obstacles. It helped that the Gorian Desert is one of the most magical places known to this world. Several astral lines crossed there, and I lay directly among them. I grew ever more powerful, and I practiced and practiced and practiced. After 400 years, I succeeded in refining my spell to the point where I finally found a way to permanently transform my body. I left the desert and set out for Draconia. I had to know what had happened to my princess after our separation. What happened to the only woman who was ever prepared to entrust her life to a shady, magical staff.